I don't like to talk about real world stuff, however the Online Safety Act in the UK is something that everyone should be worried about, and I have to speak up against it. I'm going to try my best to explain this as simply and quickly as I can. I don't want to waste any time. I want this video to be used as a reference piece, so people can understand more about the situation in the UK. Please feel free to share this video to others to help them understand too. I'm going to try and keep this video more on the educated side and opinionated, however this has affected myself and people in my life. People dear to me. So forgive me if I get a little emotional in some parts. I want to thank those in my circle for motivating me to work on this video, especially my bestie, Pixie Willow, JustSomeNoob, and Hasselnut. I also want to give a massive shout out to JustSomeNoob for giving me permission to use one of their art pieces for the thumbnail. Thank you. The Online Safety Act's purpose on paper is to keep children safe when using the internet. We can all agree keeping children safe on the internet is a good thing, and something that parents should take more seriously since an alarming amount of them use the internet as a babysitter. The problem is that the UK government is using this excuse to force adults to scan their faces and take pictures of their IDs, or else they can't access certain parts of the internet. The UK government want to make out that this only applies to adult content, and that is 100% a lie. They don't even care about children's safety on the internet. Before I explain what is being censored and why they're doing it, I want to quickly cover how to actually keep children safe online, which is really simple. The UK government can invest more into programs that teach and bring awareness to parents about tools they can use while their children is on the internet. Did you know you can set a timer to lock out a user if they spend a certain amount of time online? Did you know you can contact your internet provider to block sites? Or how about actually monitoring your child when they go online? These tools have been around for decades. I'm not even a parent and I know about these tools. Even Nintendo made a video about parental control when it came to children playing safely on their consoles. No joke, this revolting company that is genuinely evil does a better job bringing awareness to tools parents can use to keep their children safe than the UK government. In practice, the Online Safety Act censors a lot more than adult content. It censors video games, information regarding what to do when it comes to serious injuries, and arguably one of the worst things to censor, which is political oppositions. For adults to see any of this, they must provide a face scan or upload an ID. Let's cover each of them one by one. When it comes to adult content, the UK government is making this the focus, but it's a distraction. This isn't the real target. However, it has affected so many people. I've worked with artists, a voice actress, and people who make adult content. What they make is art. It is a livelihood. Their passion. What's ironic is that they do a better job making sure children don't find their stuff than the parents themselves. This censorship can destroy their income, their way of life. If I may mention, I have worked multiple times with Pixie Willow. I found her thanks to someone retweeting something she voiced, and yes, it was an adult animation. Thanks to this act, tons of people won't see her work. Part of her income is finding new clients. This applies to all artists who make adult content. Thankfully, Pixie has a solid reputation, but she can't ignore this, and the same can't be said for smaller, upcoming adult content creators. They will struggle even more to get an audience now. Just thinking about not discovering and working with Pixie is heartbreaking. I also have to mention the adult content this act wants to protect the children from is really vague. You do realise something doesn't have to be sexual to have the adult content label. The UK government is cherry picking. They do that a lot, by the way. Next, it's the censorship of video games. And I'm not just talking about the ones with sexual content. Horror games have been affected. When it comes to censorship, anything relating to horror are usually the first ones in the firing range. On Steam, if you don't provide a credit card, you can't view games that are labelled with the adult content. The Fear and Hunger games are locked behind this. The second game, in my opinion, is one of the best horror games that came out in the last couple of years, and I can't view its store page, even though I bought the game. To give you a non-horror game example, I backed a game on Kickstarter called Tattoo Mask. I can't view it on Steam unless I provide a credit card. To make this clear, no, providing a credit card isn't a solution. 1. Children can use their parents' cards. 2. It's so easy to get a fake one online. 3. Not everyone can apply for one. 4. Some people like myself refuse to get one because by their nature they are designed to get you into debt. What's worse is that you have to make it your default payment method. So by accident, you may purchase something with it and you gotta pay it back to the bank with interest. That's not the worst part. Games can be removed from Steam. One of the first victims of the censorship was a game called Vile, Exhumed, made by a feminist developer named Kara Cadaver, a game that focuses on the horrors women go through. This is a horror game with feminist themes, and in seconds it was removed. You can't buy it anymore on Steam. This really hits close to home because I am a feminist who also makes feminist horror pieces. Are we not allowed to explore those themes? Why is the government telling us what we can and cannot consume? Do they want art to be cheesy, safe, comfortable Marvel Disney crap? As an artist, that sounds so boring. I don't want to live in a world where art is censored. Before I move on, it must be said that there are a few people, for whatever reason, they'll use this horrible situation for a fake victory, such as Mason Smith, the guy who made Faith, the unholy trinity. This repulsive human being saw what happened to Kara and chose to make mocking tweets laughing that the feminist game got removed from Steam. And on top of that, he tagged credit card companies, which is its own can of worms. This moron showed his true colors. He chose to do this when Kara was stressed, upset, and scared because her game was removed from Steam. He doesn't care about art expression or freedom of speech. As long as those meddling feminists don't make their games, that's a big W. I don't buy his excuse it was a joke. He knew what he was doing. By the way, this isn't about feminism. My point is everyone should be worried about this. I wouldn't be surprised if his game was removed because it explores religion in a bad light. Don't support Mason Smith. Don't buy their games. Don't support people like him. These people don't deserve your attention or money. Forgive me for being emotional. I saw this happen in real time and it's just disgusting. The Online Safety Act also censors information on certain injuries and how to handle them. Again, the government likes to cherry pick. To my knowledge, it's mostly the ones that involve blood. This is really bad because that information can save lives. Not to mention with the healthcare in my country falling apart, this results in people ending up more hurt or even dying. I don't know what else to add to this part. Information can save lives. Hiding it away helps no one. Lastly, it also censors political statements. The current UK government wants to hide what their opposition say. It's not helping them because they are super unpopular. The whole point of a democracy is for the people to make their own choices and vote for the party they want to represent them. Censoring political oppositions represents everything democracy isn't. All of the censorship that the UK government is doing, especially the political ones, reminds me of a word. Oh, I know. Fascismo. The whole Online Safety Act is a facade. The government wants control. This is the first step. Censoring information, controlling what the people see and consume. They do not care about protecting the children, they just want your data. They want to make sure you see what they approve of. It won't just stop here, by the way. This act is like the first step. It's important to remind everyone that it's dangerous giving your information to them. Remember the COVID app they quickly spit out? Tons of people's information exposed for all to see. You cannot trust this government to keep your data safe. That's why I'm making this video. I believe in art expression and freedom of speech. This Online Safety Act wants to take that away. This isn't just a UK thing, by the way. This is happening everywhere. Even in the proud country of the US of A, baby, where they have that freedom of speech. This is happening to them. There was a petition in the UK with over 500,000 signatures to repeal it. The UK government pretty much went, no, I know this video has been doom and gloom, but there is something you can do. You can fight it. Speak up against it. Talk to your representatives. Let them know politely that this act is horrible. Explain how dangerous it is, and you oppose it. Tell others this too. Use my video if you need to. This affects everyone. If it doesn't go away, it's only going to get worse. Keep on fighting, and support each other. Support creators who have been affected by this.